So it's time for a bit of maintenance, and garden loppers are one of those things that get ignored, and it's very easy to sharpen them, but the amount of times I see these thrown away when there's actually not very much wrong with them apart from a bit of general neglect, i.e. rust. So let's zoom down and we can have a look at the various cutting surfaces. So we got two on this type where the blade passes the anvil, so it goes past it like that. Then there's a cutting edge there and there's a square edge there. Now if that square edge gets rounded over, then the cutting edge has more effort to cut. So there is that square edge there that is slightly undercut that way. Don't undercut it this way, undercut it that way, away from the cutting edge. And this one, which is the sharp edge, but it should only be sharpened on this side. You should never ever sharpen it on this side. Yes, because that flat surface has got to slide against this flat surface. So first of all, these get rusty, so give them some oil and check whether there's any wobble. A little bit of wobble is fine. But if it's really loose, then you need to tighten this up. And of course, if you've got a really cheap pair where it's just riveted, then you need to re-rivet it. Okay, so that's not bad. So we need to sharpen that and clean that face up there. So we'll just put this in the vise and that's not good enough because I won't be able to get to it. There we go. So I've got what's called a half moon file, round on one side and flat on the other, and it's fairly fine. So basically what I'm trying to do, I think we need to zoom in quite close there. Don't pull the file backwards, because if you're on quite hard steel and a sharp edge and you pull the file backwards, then it damages the file. If you're on really flat non-hardened steel and it's flat, then it's alright, but where a sharp edge is, it will damage it. And this is fairly good steel, you can hear it. We need to get that edge there right at the end, and that is really quite hard there. Okay, nice and bright all the way along. But the idea is to get this edge here, the interface between that and this face, fairly square or just under square. So this is lower than that, but a nice sharp corner. So now we've got the cutting edge, and we just need to file that. And as I say, you don't file this backside at all, because that's got to be flat to run on that. I keep repeating that because the amount of times I've seen where these have been, somebody's had a go at sharpening them and they've sharpened it entirely wrong. Because you'll get notches in this, you see, if somebody's tried to use them for the wrong thing, like cutting fencing wire or something like that. There's a little burr there, but that should do. Right, so let's go and give them a road test. Oh, but first of all, give them a bit more oil. And when you put these away, oil them up, because if the cutting surfaces, I'm not pulling my finger down like that, I'm just moving it along. If the cutting surfaces get rusty, then they lose some of their sharpness, so you need to oil them up before you put them away. Right, let's go and find something to just to show that these work nicely now. Okay, we've got a bit of hazel here. There we go. Now, will it cut something really thin? Yes, it will. So it doesn't bend it over. There you go. Finished. Yeah. You could brighten it up if you wanted, but do not file that inner side of that cutting edge. And hope you found this interesting and informative, and I will catch up with you soon. Cheers for now.